Or maybe, just maybe, the judge is a penis. Let's begin. So what's going on then? Well, I would like you to meet this lady here. Her name is apparently, if I can pronounce it right, Sahara Salim, I think that says. And she apparently is one of the people who organised the Black Lives Matter protests back all those years ago, including the one that led to the toppling of the Edward Colston statue in Bristol in 2020, which, if I remember rightly, the police kind of let just happen, didn't they? Rather than, of course, going up to them and saying, no, you can't do that. That's a little thing us police call vandalism. But maybe they lacked the giant kahunas that I guess they think they needed. But what did she do then? Well, it says here she stole £70,000, which had been fundraised for a youth group. But strangely, she hasn't been asked to pay back that whole £70,000. And she has only been ordered to pay, wait for it, £1. That's right, £1 is just absolutely disgraceful in my opinion. It says here that a fundraiser intended to raise the cash for a Changing Your Mindset, a St Paul's based youth group apparently, but instead Salim pocketed the huge sum and splashed the cash on Uber's takeaway and, wait for it, clothes. The youth group, which I'm guessing has probably nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, never actually unfortunately received a penny of the cash, but during a proceeds of crime court hearing, Salim, who's 23, was only ordered to pay back a nominal £1, as she is now penniless, apparently, which is kind of odd, isn't it? I mean, surely she obviously needs some money to live on, and I'm not disputing that, but the mere fact that I'm guessing she expects everyone to believe that she only has £1 left over after blowing, I'm guessing, £70,000 is a bit of a long stretch in my opinion. And if anything, I'm guessing she's taken us for all fools. But then again, apparently it says she went on to spend a total of £44,815 on what were described as lifestyle expenses, including a whopping £5,800 on Ubers. And speaking at the latest court hearing, DC Anthony Davis said that Sahara Salim admitted to defrauding a charity for a significant sum of money and received a custodial sentence for it last year. Good. Let's face it, there needs some sort of deterrent putting out there saying that he shouldn't do these sort of things, because if anything, the fact that she only had to repay a nominal amount of £1 after defrauding £70,000 is not exactly much of a deterrent at all, is it? Hey, if anything, it's kind of encouraging to more people who are thinking of doing a similar thing, which is actually quite worrying in my opinion, and just makes me wonder about the length of her custodial sentence. But anyway, it says she made a decision to take the money for herself when it should have gone to young people in East Bristol, and blameless individuals who supported the charity were left to pick up the pieces in the aftermath of this serious fraud, which unfortunately I don't think those people will ever see their money back again. They were put in an incredibly difficult position of trying to answer questions about Salim's offending when they had done nothing wrong and were left devastated by what occurred. Nobody should profit from criminality, and that's why he says we have taken proactive action under the Proceeds of Crime Act. Well, if anything, I think you should look up what proactive action means, because let's face it, a quid isn't exactly that, is it? But if we delve a little bit deeper into it, it says Salim was instructed at Bristol Crown Court on April the 5th to pay a nominal amount due to the following due consideration of her available assets, but should she obtain any assets in the future, we would have the opportunity to seek a reconfiscation order via Section 22 of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Which I guess kind of means that if she ever buys a PlayStation 5 or whatever in the future, they go, oh, thank you very much, we'll have that, and hopefully get a bit more money back for the charity or the victims or whoever. But the thing is, now that they've told her that, presumably, if anything, she's hardly going to be shouting her mouth off about buying things, is she? It just makes me wonder if in the future, if she's with a partner, he may buy the stuff, and obviously, they're not exactly counted to her belongings, are they? But then again, of course, I could be wrong. I'm not a solicitor. But get this, it also says here that Salim of Romford in Essex initially entered not guilty pleas of 2 charges of fraud, which, if anything, is absolutely ridiculous, because no doubt, of course, she would have seen the mountain of evidence against her and thought, maybe they might have something on me. Unless, of course, she may have thought of other reasons why they might go lightly on her. But who knows what they could be, eh? The second charge, because let's face it, she's not finished with that one, related to a separate online fundraising page set up in the days following the toppling of the statue of Edward Colston in June 2020, called the Bristol Protesters' Legal Fees. Well, what an apt name, eh? This was, although apparently discontinued by the Crown Prosecution Service. I don't know why, though. It says here that during sentencing, Judge Michael Longman told Salim that she had abused her position. Well done, no crap, Sherlock, eh? He also told her, as an organiser of the Black Lives Matter march in Bristol, you gave yourself a high public profile, which you used to raise money to help young people in St Paul's, an immensely worthwhile cause, but that money you used for your benefit and not theirs, funding a lifestyle which you could not normally afford. And this is the problem, isn't it? So often it seems that people, quite often celebrities, not all celebrities before you'll get at me celebrities, but quite a lot of the time, people do seem to be let off lightly nowadays. It's just unbelievable. I think, if anything, not only should she have got a custodial sentence for about 4 or 5 years at least, but she should also be given a lot of community service when she's released. And I think she should serve a full sentence, not half, if she indeed is serving half, which most of the time people do nowadays, don't they? And of course, she should be forced to pay back the entire £70,000, not wait until she gets things for them to presumably sell. She should pay back money each and every month until that £70,000 is paid back, with interest, I might add, because let's face it, people gave that money in goodwill. And while they're at it, they should also, in my opinion, charge her for, I don't know, public order offence or whatever, if she had any involvement in vandalising or pushing that statue into the sea, because whether she agrees with it or not, damaging a statue is vandalism, and that surely should not be accepted.